I stand by every word of that song. And if you got a problem with it, just don't listen to it. Our right to write it. We wrote it. Jason, it spoke to him. He's the only, I'll say this. He's the only guy, when we wrote it, we were writing it for Jason. He's the only guy that would do that. I mean, this cancel situation. You tried it. You tried canceling Morgan Wallen.
How'd that work out?
Yeah. That worked out. That
didn't really work very well before he did it. I just want to ask you about the song. Try that in a small town.
They're gonna always find something. They're gonna come at, especially with Jason. Like
By the way, I am absolutely politically homeless, libertarian guy. I don't want to. I'm not jumping on either side of the thing. But at some point, common sense says these are things that are bad about a big city that we need to improve, and these are things that wouldn't happen in a small town. So we might want to take that on. And it seems very natural to me. I just didn't see the controversy. And by the way, I respect the people that are like,
I'm from a town of 400 people in the middle of the mountains.
And you pissed like 180 million people off.
I sent a big thank you note to CMT. Pull the video, you know, after they added it, they pull it. You know, it's like, okay, well, you didn't even know what they didn't
mind the content until
yeah. And in a million years when we wrote that song, I never thought they would rile up like that. You know, I thought maybe in verse 2, you know, we talk about the gun, and I knew maybe some people would have their opinions.
So relating that to Vegas,
yeah, relating to Vegas, or just in general, the general climate that we're in, right? And look, there's so many songs I don't like. I just don't listen to it.
It's pretty simple.
If you don't like it, don't listen to it. If you don't want to watch the video, don't watch the video. But what you can't do, or at least in my opinion, you can't tell people you can't. As soon as you tell people they can't,
that's kind of a freedom of speech thing.
That pesky freedom of speech.
Pesky freedom of speech thing
always seems to get them at the end. You know, we released it. We put it out there. Jason, that speaks to our fan base. It speaks to what we believe in. It speaks to our fan base. You know.
And if we can't write about experiences, Bruce Springsteen writes about experiences. Jason Aldean writes about experiences. When we go to super far to our corners, we are all idiots.
Well, that's where things get dangerous. Like that's where everybody stops communicating.
We have become so tribal that everything goes for everything that we do, and everybody's so completely focused.
Well, as soon as we lose the ability to be able to talk to each other and just leave it at that,
and politely disagree.
Let whoever have their opinion and you have your opinion, and then go have beer together.
Yeah.
As soon as we've lost that, then that's when we need to come together again, because we've lost the whole what this country is. Like you're not supposed to agree with each other.
Totally. No one I agree with on everything.
I mean, it's I don't know how it feels like we're just snowballing, right? It's getting worse and worse. I stand by every word of that song, and if you got a problem with it, don't listen to it. Just don't listen to it.
That's going to cost you like 29 cents when they all quit listening to the song on streaming. I
just lost that Snicker bar. That is going to cost me. But look, we're our right to write it. We wrote it. Jason, it spoke to him. He's the only, I'll say this. He's the only guy, when we wrote it, we were writing it for Jason. He's the only guy that would do that. I think a lot of artists would like to do that.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
But they don't. And he did. And that's why his fan base relates to Jason. He knows how they feel. He relates to it.
Yeah.
And that's why after 20 something years, we're still out there selling out every night. You know,
I don't see Jason freakishly one lopsided. I don't think he alienates the side of people that he may not agree with. I don't want to alienate. I love and respect the people I don't agree with.
That's their right.
I don't see him alienating people that he doesn't agree with, but I see the far reaches of everywhere are always going to reach out and try to crucify that.
Well, you try to cancel. I'll say this. This cancel situation. Come on. I mean, you know, you tried canceling Morgan Wallen.
How'd that work out?
Yeah, that worked out. That
didn't really work very well before he did it.
I mean, radio went from saying we're never playing Morgan to having
4 songs in a row.
Yeah, 4 songs in a row. He's got 5 songs on the charts, you know, and anyway, but you saw some of that with the song. It's like, look, just especially in country music, don't tell people you can't listen to something.
And you lost friends over the song?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
that's crazy to me.
Oh yeah. And look, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, if I lost friends over that song, then I guess they weren't friends.
I guess so. I really think that the angriest person is usually wrong, in any given disagreement. If you're spitting vile and you're really upset and you're going to lose friends over something, I'm like, man, I'm not losing friends over a song. That's really sad.
I will say one of the things that kind of bummed me out was like there were some songwriters in town that were going on record bashing us and Jason, and I thought for a second, like, this is exactly what the song's talking about. I didn't think we did that here. If you don't like something, don't like it.
Yeah,
that's fine. If it's not good, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So you don't have nothing not to like anyway, right? So, but to go on record and to say negative stuff and people in this town, in this business, I mean, that'll draw the line in the sand, a little bit, like with loyalty. Loyalty's that is the most important thing for what we do, like loyalty,
Hey man, at the end of the day, this is all. It's kind of you ever stand 10 feet back from the music business and go, this is ridiculous. I mean, it's
you don't have to stand 10 feet back.
Exactly. 3 inches back, 3.5 feet back, in the middle of it. This is like the primping and posing, and you watch the new crew of people come in and like, no, but I'm really cool. Like, no, we were cool before. I remember. Yeah. And here's what I find interesting. Anyone that knows you would know that you're capable of writing that song. Or I know the other three guys wrote that song. And anyone that's listened to 5 minutes of Jason Aldean would have to know that he's strong, tough, whatever, and was certainly capable of singing this song. I just get how people are so surprised all the time at and want to analyze.
But they're going to find something.
I mean, it's when you get you've lost all reason at some point when you actually don't want to have police. It's just that's where you start to I start to veer into you lost your ever-loving minds and they can't have a conversation. But I'll be honest, I'm willing to have a conversation with anyone. Someone wants to do it.
I get conversation's great if you can have a conversation.